Hey everybody, what a feature, huh? From Fort Meade. Pretty impressive. Stephanie Lewis.
We have a lot of local sporting greats
Phenomenal.
in the making.
We've got one more coming up right after you say thank you to our next sponsor.
Abuelo's. I go there all the time. I'm in Lakeland. So go there for their chips and salsa, and their enchiladas are good, and their margaritas are fantastic. Hey, I run. I do that after I run 9 miles. It's allowed.
Is that before or after the margaritas?
I run before.
The virgin margaritas. You don't have the alcohol.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you believe that.
You're kind of feisty today, aren't you?
I know. Well, you make me do this.
Yeah, I just had to make you nervous.
Make the best of it. So.
Well, everybody, we've had a string of very special guests. Wow, things are just flying by. But Florida Southern, known for its basketball, but the coach that's there now has arguably had more success than any coach in the past. In fact, he is the only coach to have won the SSC Coach of the Year 3 times, and he's one of only 2 coaches that have actually earned that honor at Florida Southern. Linc Darner, Florida Southern's head basketball coach. Linc, great to have you with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back on.
All the way to the Elite 8, you got to the Final 4. I mean, phenomenal season this year.
It was a great year for our guys. The run we made at the end, guys are going to cherish for the rest of their lives. You know, what we were able to accomplish, hosting the regional at our place, winning it the way we want it, in a typical comeback fashion for us, down 3 with 40 seconds left and finding a way to win. That was kind of the way we played all year. And then getting a chance to go to the Elite 8 and play up in Louisville.
That's a real experience for those kids, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a great experience. And the things that they were able to do to play in Freedom Hall, which a lot of them don't realize, but when I played, Freedom Hall is one of the best places to play college basketball at. And you know, the great players that have played at Freedom Hall, to go to the Kentucky Derby. We had a banquet there to eat in the $1 Million Room where all the millionaires come to watch the Derby and things like that. Things that hopefully some of them will be able to experience one day, but a lot of them may not. You know, just the opportunity that a lot of kids, as we told them, a lot of kids wish they were in your shoes and were able to do this.
Well, from what I understand, you kept your crew up there very, very busy because 2 of your, one player and one of the managers, Mike Dubuque, okay, and Dominique, okay, were students of mine this last, because I taught the international sports class for Florida Southern. Mr. Jackson, we quite can't get our last paper in on time because we're up in Louisville, and guys, just win. We'll give you a hall pass. I just wanted to confirm that they were very, very busy.
Oh yeah, we were very busy.
I trust, but I verify with the coach.
Yes, we were busy up there. I mean, they had us do some other things. You know, we went to a school and did a little clinic for some kids there. Which was great. Got our players out there, got to interact with the students there at that school and with the faculty members. And, you know, those are just great experiences that not a lot of kids get to do.
And that was young kids, elementary or
elementary,
high school?
Elementary, 5th graders.
Oh,
so
that's
giving back
fantastic.
and right in the middle of the tournament of these kids' lives, they're out there coaching, youth that need the coaching.
That's probably a nice distraction if they're stressed about the tournament. Then they can kind of go and just have fun for a couple of hours.
Probably relaxed them a little bit, which was good, which they needed.
Good.
You know, like I made an error earlier, and I said that you had won the SSC Coach of the Year 3 times, actually 4 times, but this year was it the 6th year in a row that you had a 20 win season?
Right.
6 years in a row.
Yeah, we've had six years in a row since my first year. We won't count that first year, but since then we've had great success. We've won 20 games each year. We're one of, I think, 3 teams. I think Findlay and West Liberty, the other 2 that have had 6 straight years. Plus, we've been in the NCAA tournament 6 straight years, and I think Seattle Pacific's the only other team in the nation that has those honors that we have.
That's absolutely incredible. We were talking a little bit earlier about the team makeup this year and that type of stuff, and what next year is.
Yeah, how does that look for next year?
He was all worried about that.
I'm worried. I do the human part of this. How many seniors did you have, and how are your freshmen, or how's that coming out?
Well, we had 5 seniors. 2 guys started, Seth Evans and Brett Bailey, and then we had 3 seniors that came off the bench that played for us. So we lose 5 very good players. We have to replace our leading scorer, who was a 1,000-point scorer in 2 years in Seth. We got to replace Brett inside, who was a 1,000-point scorer and had over 500 rebounds in his career. So those guys are going to be big to replace. We can't say anything now against NCAA rules about recruiting and that, but we're out recruiting. And then we lose 3 key guys that brought a lot to us in practice. A lot of times people don't realize Jay, John, and Brant brought a lot to practice, and when they got in the games, they played well for us. Is who's going to be those guys next year in practice that are going to come to practice every day. But we got a good core coming back. I've told our guys we'll probably be, because of the success we had this year and our name of Florida Southern basketball, we'll probably be in the top 10, maybe even higher next year preseason rankings.
And does it make a difference, and I don't know anything about this, but does it make a difference since you're a private school for your recruiting? Do you go outside the state more, or do you look here?
Well, we recruit all over. Our team's made up of guys from all over. When I first got here, we had a lot of Indiana guys. That's where I was from. This past year, we had 4 guys from Ohio. It's just kind of, we can go anywhere to recruit. We like to recruit the Florida area, like to recruit Polk County. We have 2 Polk County kids on our team, and Kevin Capers and Dominique Williams that have had very good years for us this year. Kevin last year was freshman of the year in the league and one of the top 10 freshmen in the country 2 seasons ago. And then this year he made the all-tournament team in our conference tournament and in our regional tournament. So if we can find the local talent and keep them here in Polk County, we like to do that too.
Yeah, that's amazing. And the season itself, when you start taking a look at, I think you had, it seemed to me that you kind of had some spurts where you had like the first start of the season you had won 10 your first 11 games or something like that, and then you had a 7 or 8 game winning streak, and then a couple of losses or something, and then another one. Tell us about that. And how do you change it for next year?
Well, I mean, we did. We started the year. We played a very tough non-league schedule, and our one loss non-league was a kid hit about a 55-footer at the buzzer on us to beat us St. Cloud in our tournament, and then we went on a winning streak. We got playing very well. We played some very good teams. We played Benedict, who was in the regional, Johnson C. Smith, Tuskegee, in non-league games, and we got in the conference play. We stubbed our toe up at St. Leo in a tough game. They shot 30 free throws the second half. I thought we let a lot of calls go one way, we thought, but we came back and got on a good winning streak there. And we got playing real well about the middle of January to the beginning of February. I think we had 8 or 9 games where we scored over 90 points, and we played very up tempo. So we hit a real good stride. Then we hit a bad stride, and it's like we told our team. Every team goes through it. Where we lost 2 out of 3 games, we weren't playing very good. And you go back and look at Louisville. They hit the same thing during their season. They lost 3 in a row during their year. Our whole thing was we got to find out how to get it back. And we kind of went really back before we played Tampa and Rollins to finish the year to a lot of drills we did at the beginning of the year just to try to get us back playing the way we were playing.
Fundamentals.
And we hit a great stretch then in our conference tournament where we went over to Kissimmee and played very, very well. Won 3 games in 3 days, and then in the regional. And we played a great team up in the Elite 8, Western Washington. They were defending national champs. They returned most of their players from the year before, and I think it probably hurt them playing us the first game because of the way we play. I thought when they played on Saturday to turn around with a day off and then play the next afternoon, I thought their guys were very tired, and Drury ended up beating them. But I thought whoever won our game with Western Washington had a great chance to get to the championship game. But I think we wore them out to where they were too tired to play on Saturday.
Well, it's probably, from what I understand, and the situation at Florida Southern as we look forward. 2013, 2014 season coming up. We talked a little bit about recruiting and so on. Right now, sitting here, when you walk out, sitting in your desk, what's your primary focus?
Well, I think our primary focus is, for our team next year, for our guys, we have to improve a lot. We return guys that shot 30% from the three-point line. We lose a guy that shot over 40%. Our team free throw percentage of the returning guys is under 70%, which we've got to improve on. Those guys have to get out and really work on their game. We can't spend the next 4 months with them. They're on their own. Yep. How much are they going to get in the gym? Sometimes when you have great success and people are telling you what a great year, what a great job you did, you wonder if your guys will get out and work as hard. You know, and that's the biggest thing, is how hard are they going to work here without us around? And then when they get back to school, then we get back to work, you know. But I always tell them, players improve in the summer. You know, what do you have to work on? We've sat down with a lot of players. We've had end-of-the-year meetings telling each guy where they got to improve their game on, and let's see if they do it here for the next 4 months. Because when we get into September and October, when school gets back in, we start putting our team together. You know, they're not going to get a lot better at that time, and how hard they're going to work. Those are the biggest, you know, in Division II, that's always the biggest question, because we can't work with our guys in the summer like Division I can now.
What are the restrictions on at least creating some sort of benchmarks throughout the summer? Can that communication continue under NCAA rules at Division II, or is it just strictly no communication at all?
Oh, we can have communication with our players. I mean, we can talk to them and that. We'll put out, you know, here's what you need to do in the weight room. And, you know, they know what they need to do on the basketball court, because we do it all the time with them. They know the areas they got to improve in, you know, but we can't be there monitoring. You know, there's no penalty if a guy doesn't go to the gym and lift. You know, and that's just Division II basketball. It's what they do, and the one thing that the reason we've had great success, and we have, you know, hopefully we'll continue the success, is that our guys are pretty good about doing it on their own. You know, they want to do well. Yeah. You know, our goals this year, we didn't reach them all, but we set goals, and to win the conference tournament, host the regional, win the regional, and, you know, get to the Elite Eight and win it all. Well, we didn't quite get there, but the guys coming back have those same goals, so hopefully they'll be in the gym on their own, and we can call and talk to them, hey, what are you getting done? But there's no penalty for them. Yeah. The only penalty they have is, as I tell them, is somebody else that may have been behind you. If you don't get in the gym and work, he may pass you up, so you may lose your playing time, and hopefully that's a motivation.
That's unbelievable. Good stuff, huh?
At least you give them a plan.
We try.
Yeah.
We try.
Well, you aren't the SSC Coach of the Year 4 times without having a good game plan.
He knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. Well, Linc, congratulations. I haven't had an opportunity to see you since you guys got back from Louisville, but obviously under your leadership, unbelievable season. Congratulations, looking for a big one next year too.
Thank you. Got to get you out to the game.
Absolutely. That's that schedule of mine is not my friend. But Linc, thanks again.
Thank you.
You bet.